Hey everybody, welcome to the warehouse. We're so excited because we are totally stoked for Black Friday, Cyber Monday, Small Business Saturday, Giving Tuesday, whatever all the acronym is for all of those things. Just let it be known, if you are a first-time customer on Naturally Healthy Pets, you will get a gift from one of these boxes. If you are a paid Patreon member, you will get 3 free gifts in with your order. And on the website, there is a space where you can check off for a free t-shirt. Anyone can do this. Just put your size in. You can get more than one, and it'll be a surprise. It could be any number of different t-shirts that we have left over that we are going to give away. So there's some amazing things in here. There are first aid kits, there are all kinds of treats and chews and water bottles and scarves and bone broth, all kinds of free gifts here. Starting Wednesday, 12:01 a.m., our paid Patreon supporters can start shopping. So they get first dibs all day Wednesday, all day Thursday. Paid Patreon members, check Patreon for your special code, because if you don't use the Patreon code, you won't get your 3 free gifts. So check Patreon, and you've also will be sent an email that gives you that code if you are a paid Patreon supporter. So for everyone else, starting Friday morning, 12:01 a.m., use the code Dr. Judy 2025 for 15% off anything on the website and 40% off Dr. Judy U on all courses. Okay, we're going to start a warehouse tour. They just rearranged everything, so I don't even know where everything is. We're going to find out as we go. All right, so start out with farmhounds. These are great single ingredient, single protein treats. So we've got turkey, duck, chicken, beef, and all the different organs. So heart, lung, liver, gizzards, spleen, they all have their own TCVM things that they do. And remember, like treats like. These treats are amazing. My dogs have been huge fans of the gizzard sticks. They're a little hard now for my guys with no teeth, but the ones with teeth love those. We have refill packages for the Wolf Creek Herbal products, and these are the powders. So we have flea and tick defense, hip and joint support, gut health support, allergy and immune support, and there are triple refills if you're like me and you have a bunch of dogs. I've been using the flea and tick, so I buy it in the triple refill pouch because it lasts a little bit longer when you're using it for a bunch of animals. And we also have the Ocean Bites from Wolf Creek, which is a very small, it is a hard treat, but that's a great training treat. Castor elm, a lot of you are familiar with that. For any kind of GI support, it's got slippery elm, dandelion root, marshmallow, milk thistle seed. That's kind of a staple at our household. We have, for those of you who live in high tick areas, the tick removal kits, and we have the Fleas Gone natural flea and tick repellent tags. Those things work really well. Big fan of those. Gussie's got the Daily Boost and the Youthful Grasses and Sprouts GI supplements designed by Dr. Billinghurst. Great stuff. Tickless tags come in multiple colors. Then we have a whole bunch of green juju treats. Again, single proteins, duck, goat, bison, beef, pork, and salmon. They come in 2 different sizes, a smaller bag and a bigger bag if you have lots of kids or use lots of treats. The Bow Wow Buddies for holding the long-lasting chews to keep your pets from choking. Very important. Kin and Kind, got to take home some cleaning stuff. Their cleaning sprays are the only cleaning items that I use in my house. This citrus works really, really well on my laminate floors. They've got the Healthy Immunity, hip and joint, healthy hip and joint. So for those who need some joint support, this is an easy feed through. It's got turmeric, black pepper, coconut the healthy poops if we need a little bit of help getting formed stools, healthy skin and coat. Then all of their natural shampoos, flea and tick ear cleaner, both kitty and dog. And then they have their flea and tick sprays. These are essential oil natural sprays, come in 2 different size bottles. And they were actually nice enough to put their lavender one in gallon size for our horses. We use that for our fly spray. Project Suds, one of my favorites, designed by Janine Ling. She has her candles, which I don't know if you saw the video that she did talking about how her candles are made and how different essential oils actually can become toxic when they're burned. So very, very critical that the right ingredients go into those candles so that they're not toxic in your household. She has her shampoos and her concentrates. We also have this new line of pet shampoo bars down here. In a couple of conditioning and medicated. Turmeric salve down there. We have the Dr. Judy flea comb. This is really, really important tool in my house that gets used every single day. This is the Wolf Creek tins. If you have never bought their products, you start out with the tin and then you get the refill pouches. They also have boo-boo balms, 2 different types, and flea spray, and also omega-3 and salmon oils that are very nice, and they are in glass jars, which is critical in my mind. Aminovast for kidney support for dogs and cats. Cosequin for kitties, for joints, and for bladder health. We have the Animalio Evict and Away for parasite prevention. They're French green clay, great for any kind of owies, boo-boos, hot spots. Dog Breath Light for dental health. Kitty Boost, great for kitty cat health. New Mobility, again, very good for joint support. And their Yeasty Beast. The flower essences at my house, Sibling Rivalry and Devil Be Gone, go into Gilly and Forest meals twice a day, every day. Otherwise, they are complete morons. We have Dr. Katie's products. This is a new line. There's a dental, a tummy, allergy, kidney, Btella, and Vetox R, which is for rabies vaccine detox. So those are homeopathic products. Zymox ear solution changes the pH in the ear. Another one of my favorite lines, the Buck Mountain products. We have their flea powder, which is diatomaceous earth, yarrow, and neem. We use this on our horses, our goats. That's why we have the big ones. Use it on our barn cats. It's safe. And then the wound balm is a natural healing balm with echinacea, burdock, yarrow, and olive oil. And this is actually what we've been using on our chicken boo-boos. One of my cats I discovered had an ingrown toenail yesterday. I use that for that as well. Our Chinese herbs, you'll have to go to the website to read all about what they're for. They do different things. The Resistance used to be bug off. So this is another feed through powder for flea and tick prevention. On the Move is a joint health support. This one is bovine peptides. This one is marine peptides. Gut Feeling is for gut support. Down below, we have the Jaffe's bone broth and BioStride, again for joint support. Eye Drop has hyaluronic acid in it, so if you have an animal who has decreased tear production or irritation of the eyes, this is lubricating and very soothing for the eyes. Myco Dog and Myco Cat. We have Breathe, Vitality, Digest, Clarity, and then she also has straight reishi and lion's mane tinctures. They just did a big study on Clarity for helping senior dogs with cognitive support, had very good results on their study. And then we have the Real Mushrooms products. 5 Defenders is their most popular because it's got 5 different mushrooms in it, but you can also get the single mushrooms in powders or capsules. So we've turkey tail, tremella, reishi, chaga, all the different ones. And then we have the Functional Feline, Daily Vitamin, and Daily Dog. Down below we have WinPro, which these are porcine plasma and probiotic topper. And then also, oh, this is the cat one. Sorry, we have a cat and a dog. The cat on the picture was the giveaway. Okay, so this is our Dr. Harvey section. We have Paradigm in 2 sizes and Raw Vibrance in 2 sizes. Those are the meal bases. You just add your own meat and oil. And they have great treats, rabbit bites, which are straight rabbit, the mini minnows. So for my little guys that can't chew the big fish anymore, I give them the little mini minnows. Cats and dogs both like those. And then they have the wild Alaskan salmon bites. They have a kidney support product, a multivitamin and mineral, Orthoflex, so for joint support, Golden Years for senior vitamin support. These are herbal. Runs Be Done, really good if we need a little GI support. Solaris has a bunch of different mushrooms and herbs in it, so it's really good for liver support, kidney support, immune health, supports basically the whole body function. Sweet potato chews if you're looking for a single ingredient chew. And then they also have their Holistics dental chews, which is a little bigger, a little longer lasting chew. Those are a really, really good seller. People like those. Okay, part of our cocoa therapy line, they have the coconut oil in 8 and 16 ounce jars, and then we also have refill pouches somewhere. The cocoa ghee and the cocoa gold, this has turmeric in it. I use these for making treats, they're great. And then the MCT oil comes in 16 or 8 ounce bottles, really good to support brain health, immune system, good for a lot of things. Our book section, lots and lots and lots of books. We have Julianne Thorne's Cat Chakras, we have the Aromatic Cat and the Aromatic Dog. So if you're into hydrosols, herbal oils, making your own, it's got lots of good recipes and things in there. We have Rob Silver's, there's a mushroom for that. We should have Rita Hogan's herbal book somewhere. And then we have all of the books that I have written, the Yin and Yang, the Unleashed, Protecting from Parasites, Keeping Your Pets Healthy, Raising Naturally Healthy Pets. And we also have signed copies of those. Our Deer Antler Velvet products are in short supply. This is what we have, senior and wellness. We are out of dental products. But we do have plenty of PEA. And we know how much everybody loves PEA. So this is a good time to stock up when it's 15% off. It comes in multiple sizes. We have the little kitty cat, the small dog, the regular size, and then the large jars. We go through a few of these a month at my house because we use it for the horses and the donkeys and the dogs and the cats and pretty much everybody. All right, start up here. We have Ayush. They have a lot of really interesting things. They have ashwagandha in a liquid or a capsule. There's been some great studies that have been coming out on ashwagandha for stress relief. We have a lot of stressed animals, cognitive function, good for a lot of different things. They have neem eardrops, and Rentone is for kidney support. Co-curcumin with CoQ10. I like this product a lot. I used this when George was suffering with some of his issues. Very good product. 1TDC, this is an interesting product because it is great for dental health, also good for joint support. And they actually make a human cream that they gave me a sample of, and I used it on my back last week, and I was really happy with it. So very, very good for that kind of joint support. So this company, American Biosciences, has NK9 for immune system support, and they also make DGP, but it's for use in dogs and cats for any kind of stiffness, joint discomfort, anything like that. In Clover Dental Powder, they also have an allergy powder, a Heart Plus powder with taurine. They make Optigest, which is digestive enzymes for healthy stools, balanced digestion, but it's vegetarian. Then they also have a hip and joint product. They have small bottles of powder, or they have their large connectin powder. And down here, Primal Eggshell Membrane Collagen. We also have the dog treat maze toys. These are amazing if you need to entertain your pets, particularly if you have seniors who aren't so mobile anymore and they can't go on safaris. This is a way that they can play, but if you need to entertain them, great way to entertain them. And then we can use some of those small treats that we saw to put in there. All right, the gold standard formulated by Dr. Marsden. I think everybody's pretty familiar with this stuff now, but Cesarex, great for allergies, also really good for heart function support. Adoptrex, great for supporting pancreatic function and immune system. We have Lumbrex and Voltrex. Halcyon. So Halcyon is based on 2 traditional herbal formulas to gradually foster tranquility. I like that. Galvanex is also known as lifts the chi, supports normal limb strength, mentation, and immunity. Immunobomb is another new one for use in dogs. Cools the blood for a controlled systemic immune response. So that would be a great one to pair with Cesarex. And then their DM formula, which basically is going to support nerve function and nerve conduction. The Now products, we have wheatgrass, which we actually brought in because it's great in formulating homemade diets, and so it's got some minerals in it that you can't find in other things, so that's in some of our recipes. The D-ribose powder is basically a sugar, but it's an energy source. Specifically, it's an energy source for heart muscle cells. Beta-sitosterol plant sterols, CoQ10, use that for energy and cellular function. It's just part of the ATP cycle, but a lot of our animals and us don't make enough of it as we age or if we have medical challenges, so we use CoQ10 quite often. Bee pollen caps, really good for, again, kind of soothing that immune system. L-glutamine powder, really, really good for gut health and gut function for animals that might need a little support there. Melatonin, again, our body makes that, but sometimes not enough, and it can also be very helpful if there is adrenal gland stress. NAC is a good free radical protection, so it's if we're trying to detox, it can be helpful. UC2 is for joint support. Taurine is for heart muscle support. Saccharomyces boulardii, amazing if your animal has to be on antibiotics or they've had GI distress, microbiome imbalance. Saccharomyces can help balance that out. SAMe, really good for liver support, brain support. Legacy Biome, we have small dog and large dog. Fecal microbiota transplant, the FMT. Okay, RX Vitamins products, these have been around with us forever. Hepatosupport is liver support. Formula CV is for cardiovascular support. Nutrigest is to support bowel health. Phosbind is used to bind phosphorus. Cranberry RX, very good for normal function of the urinary tract. RX B12 is a B12 vitamin supplement. Amino B-Plex is an amino acid, iron, and B vitamin supplement. RX Essentials for cats and Feline Minerals for cats. This is kind of a multivitamin, and this is a mineral supplement if you're making your own cat food. We also have the same for dogs, Canine Minerals and RX Essentials. RX D3 if you need a vitamin D supplement. That's what that is for. RX Biotic is their probiotic. RX Clay is help binds toxins. RX Zyme is digestive enzymes. RX Renal, we have a dog and a cat, which is kidney support. NutriCalm is a calming and soothing capsule. This is for dogs. And the ingredients in this one are, the main is tryptophan, valerian, and ashwagandha, but it also has a little catnip. A lot of people really like that. Then we have RX Renal Feline in capsules or in little beadlets. So the beadlets are easier to help support normal kidney function, but you can add that to the food. Homeopet, these are homeopathic products we have for travel, fireworks, joints, storm stress, leaks no more. That's a very popular one for leaky dogs and cats, as in urine leakage. Now we're getting into our bone broth section. So we have Caro free-range chicken. Fido's makes a couple of different formulas with different add-ins. Their digestion has calendula, chamomile, some other things in it. The mobility has alfalfa, marshmallow root, some other goodies in there. They also have an allergy one, which is an herbal mushroom powder. So it has nettle leaf, green tea, tremella mushroom, lion's mane mushroom, shiitake mushroom, and milk thistle seed in the bone broth. And these are powdered, dried bone broths, so you just add water. I use those for making treats quite commonly. And then they have a simple one, which is just a beef bone broth. And their longevity also has turkey tail, maitake, other mushrooms in there. A fairly new product is the Shepherd Boy goat milk freeze-dried, and so these are great. There's just powder in here, and you just add water up to the top, shake really well. You can add it to food, you can feed it by itself. Again, I make my frozen treats using this. So we have a super fruit one, we have plain goat milk, we have the super green blend, and also the Golden Blend. So they have different ingredients in them, but those are very popular at my house. Small batch bone broth. They make a venison. That's the only venison that we have. They also have chicken and beef. Up top we have from Carnley a slippery elm and marshmallow root, just 2-ingredient product. And then we have pumpkin and spice. So the pumpkin has pumpkin and ginger, Ceylon cinnamon, and fennel. So good for digestive health. Crude carnivore, she's got bone broth in all different flavors. So we have beef, bison, chicken, pork, rabbit, turkey, mushroom. Usually there's a lamb. I don't see lamb right now, so may or may not be in. 4-legger, very, very, very clean, nice shampoos, and her scented ones smell so good. So there's a cedar and peppermint, there's the oatmeal, lavender, lemongrass, or an unscented, and then also the Restore Vinegar Rinse, and you can get a foaming bottle for the shampoo if you want. Brand new product, brand new line, Totonics. The main ingredient in this is venison blood, which blood is the kind of the source of life, and it's actually, we don't think about drinking blood or eating blood, but it is a hugely beneficial resource. Their products start with the starter kit, so you'll notice there's a big box on each one of them, and that has a bottle. We have large dog and small dog size. So basically, these are the refill kits. They're little sachets. You snip open the sachet, dump it into the bottle, fill it up with water, shake it real well to mix it, and then pour it onto the food. So they have 3 different formulas: fussy eater and hydration, hip and joint and hydration. So you can imagine that the hip and joint's got some extra things in there, growing that muscle, for helping with hip and joint support. And then gut health and hydration to kind of help with any sort of gut function issues. So we have a small dog size and a large dog size. Really cool new product. More green juju back here. Salmon trainers, rabbit trainers, and their bison liver trainers. So single protein, easy to use. And then from Steve's Real Food, we have protein bites in lamb and chicken. Again, small treats, easy to feed, easy for trainers. Bully sticks, these should be used along with the Bow Wow Buddy to hold them, but this is a long-lasting chew. Paws Mighty Mushrooms, this is, I think, 5 mushrooms that are organic: chaga, maitake, reishi, shiitake, and turkey tail in a chewable treat. My guys get one of those after dinner every day, just for immune system support and overall health. Another new product is from Shepherd Boy Farms. We have a venison freeze-dried and an alligator freeze-dried. So those are novel proteins for a lot of dogs. So if you're having animals who have had some digestive issues, you're not sure if they have food intolerances, this is a simple recipe with a novel protein that would be worth trying. Steve's Real Food comes in lots of different flavors: chicken, pork, turkey, beef, turducken. Where's the lambu? And whitefish, which is down here. So lots of different choices there. Green juju, lots of choices from them as well. Looks like we're out of goat, but we have lamb, rabbit. Oh, there's goat. Lamb, rabbit, pork, goat, beef. Small batch, we have single ingredient hearts, pork or lamb. Good for treats. These are great dog wipes made with New Zealand Manuka honey. So these are great for cleaning wounds or irritated areas, or just for general cleaning, but they do have Manuka honey in them. And then we have the Girls Gone Raw, all their fun stuff: Franken duck, rabbit rolls, pork and apple bites, turkey necks, chicken feet, prawns, duck feet, duck wings, duck heads, all kinds of different treats. We also have the lamb horns in small and large sizes. The large are kind of all over the place. But these are compressed hair, so they're not near as hard as antlers, but do watch your animals when they're chewing, because some can break teeth if they're a really aggressive chewer. We also have the collagen rolls, either wrapped with a flat fish skin or the spiral fish skin in 2 sizes. All right, PEA, you know how much we love PEA. We also have the Human Vitalitas PEA. This can be used for animals as well. It is a capsule and it does have rice bran as a flow agent in those capsules versus the Dr. Judy PEA is straight PEA with no flow agents in it, and that's a powder. Colostrum, we have a couple different sizes of the colostrum. We also have vitamin C, pure ester C, can be good for joint support, can be good for immune support. Sun E is a vitamin E drop. Symbiota K9 is a liquid probiotic. The integral eggshell collagen in 2 eggshell membrane collagen, sorry. This one is undenatured goat whey, and this one is with salmon collagen. We also have the equine products, the same thing, vitamin E, Symbiota Equine, and the equine Alorex, which I use all summer. Up here we have goat colostrum in a powder. We also have goat milk ghee, and Caprotein is a goat milk protein. I use this for making treats a lot too, but if you have an animal where they're a little protein deficient, you need to build them up a little bit, that's a really good add-on. Manuka honey in a couple of different sizes. Oil of oregano, I just got to tell you, I had a sore throat and was feeling really crappy last weekend, and I had to drive to Pittsburgh and do a podcast, a really, really important podcast this week. And I said, I cannot be sick. And so I took the oil of oregano and it turned it off. My mother used it when she had an upper respiratory thing going on. Turned it off really fast. So tastes terrible, put it under your tongue and drink a lot of water, but I don't mind it too much. Some people just really can't stand it. Lao is a really, really nice formula for topical use on any kind of hot spots, wounds. Comes from Hawaii using aloe and Hawaiian volcanic sulfur. Very cool stuff. Green jujus, I guess we're going to call these probiotics. They're fermented whole food probiotics. They have soil, leaf, and farm. Then down here we have from Breed Genetics, we have a human product and a canine product. This one is called Maintenance and Recovery, and it's all natural herbs for nerve, muscle, and joint support. It says it supports both acute and chronic discomfort from nerve, muscle, and joint. That's the human. And let's see, ingredient-wise, it has devil's claw, Indian frankincense, turmeric, and cordialis. And then for the dogs, for nerve, muscle, and joint support, this one has devil's claw, Indian frankincense, turmeric root, and cordialis. So, and it is capsules. OcuGlow for vision support for dogs and cats. Some of my favorite things, we have our wool bones and wool mice. The mouse is actually Forrest's favorite toy because you can throw it around by its little tail. And this is Charlie's favorite toy, the wool bone. And so these are hair, so they're just going to pull apart as hair, not going to cause issues. We have the treat molds. I use mine every single week, so it's got 20 bones and 20 little paw prints. So I use those to make frozen treats. You can also use them in the oven. We have catnip toys for the kitty cats. We have bananas for bunny kicking. We have the moon and stars. We have crinkly butterflies. We also have rainbows for bunny kicking. We have sardines, just catnip if you need to refill something. And we also have the Coco Crazy cat pack that was teamed up between the Coco Therapy ladies and the two Crazy Cat ladies, and it's got like 5 different toys in there. We also have our pet oxygen kits. So we did a video not too long ago where we set up the Pure Vent oxygen cage. This took the place of the old Buster cages. And then we have the pet oxygen kits that have oxygen canisters and the mask for different sized dogs. We have a few Dr. Connor Brady products left, some Gut Regen 12. All right, so these are a new line that we have. This was actually debuted at our event down in Florida, but this is a cat kicker. We have small bones and large bones. These are very, very clean, 100% naturals from the Kind Pet. And then we also have the rope chew toys in small and large. Adored Beast. We all love Adored Beast. So we have Feline Leaky Gut Protocol, Felix's Flora, the Kitty Probiotic, Feline Gut Soothe. Then we also have their Equine Liver Tonic and their Equine Gut Support. For mushroom tinctures, they make a turkey tail and a chaga mushroom tincture. Potency is a very highly concentrated algae oil form of EPA and DHA. Liver tonic for liver support and detox. Colloidal silver can be used orally or topically. We have Gut Soothe to do exactly what it says, soothe the gut. So this is probiotics and herbs, and I believe it has, slippery elm, marshmallow, larch, licorice. So that comes in a couple different sizes. We have the Healthy Gut, which is the digestive enzymes with pre and probiotics in 2 different sizes. This one down here is their Yeasty Beast protocol, which is a multi-step protocol. Easy Peasy is also a multi-step protocol. Rebalancer used to be called Vaccinosis. That's a homeopathic product to be used after vaccines are given. Jump for Joints for joint support. Phytos Flora in 2 different sizes, which is a probiotic, and Love Bugs in 2 different sizes, which is a probiotic. They also have their Roots line with the Wolf, and this should be Soil and Sea, so different lines of probiotics. Oh, and Phytosynergy is Foundational Nutrition Super Antioxidant. So this is marine phytoplankton. We also have their Skin Health Spray, which used to be Owies and Oopsies. It has tinctures of horsetail, hypericum, calendula, hydrastis, and green tea. And then their Yeasty Beast topical. Their Positive Immunity. It says colostrum alternative. We have the Yukari Intolerance Testing Kit. So this will test for food, environmental, nutritional additives, and pet care sensitivities like shampoo. So it basically tells you if they've got sensitivities to a lot of different chemicals in our world and foods. So that's an easy test. And then this is the magnesium lotion. If you test and the magnesium is low, that can be used for replacement. Icelandic line of treats. So Icelandic, as you might imagine, fish-based mostly. The herring are whole fish. They're dried. Even my guys with marginal teeth can chew those really well. Cod and lobster bites, that's a small, hard chew. They also make a capelin, which is another whole fish. These are cod skin rolls. They are a hard skin chew, and the lamb marrow is hard as well. Wolffish, a little bit softer. Redfish is a hard roll. And then they also have the cod skin in rolls in sticks of different lengths, depending on the size of your dog. Back to cocoa therapy. They have a lot of different treats. So organ bites in pork, turkey, and chicken. Cocoa Charms, which they came up with some new flavors. This is cranberry sweet potato pie. They also have blueberry and pumpkin. They're milk bones, different flavors. Carrot cake, ginger snap, red velvet. Coconut chips are a great fiber source. So if you need a little more bulk to the stool, here we have the Herbal Plus. So this is ground coconut chips, basically. So it's a great fiber source, and the animals like the taste of it. They also make their carnivore meatballs and their Pure Hearts, which are more like a cookie. And so that comes in banana brulee and pina colada. 5-Leaf Pet Botanicals has dog greens, which is their superfood multivitamin. It's got spirulina, all kinds of really, really good stuff for liver support, kidney support. They have a blood cleansing formula, a liver clean, and a kidney clean. They have different protocols. They have a kidney health support, a liver health support, and a heart health support. So these are pretty popular at my house. So we also have straight L-carnitine and taurine. VDI Labs, one of my favorite companies. So these are test kits that you can test for all kinds of different things. So they have a test for GI lymphoma. They have a GI microbiome panel. They have an allergy panel, vitamin D testing, and I do recommend vitamin D testing for all of our animals. They have a mineral and toxic metal fur analysis. So you've heard of doing hair mineral analysis. That's what this is. Very easy. You just cut off some hair and send it in. They have the essential vitamins kit, which tests for cobalamin, folate, vitamin D, I believe. Maybe the magnesium's in there as well. There's a glyphosate panel. I think we all should be looking at whether we've got glyphosate issues for sure. They also have a essential wellness and cancer risk assessment. It can be used to look at, is my pet being set up for cancer? Are the inflammatory markers really, really high? Luca products, these are probiotic-based products. And so we have a ton of different ones. This one is Air Optimizer. So if you're trying to clean up the air in your household, they have a hand soap, they have a skin spray, an eye spray, an ear spray, a dental spray, an odor remover, so you can use that on just about anywhere in your house. They have a shampoo, an allergen-free spray, and then they also have cleaners. There's a surface cleaner, a household cleaner, and an interior cleaner. Okay, OGS, this is a great product. It has activated charcoal in it and calcium bentonite clay. So it's really good for adsorbing toxins. It can be used on a daily basis. And you don't have to worry about, Connor Brady just did a great post on this, you really don't have to worry about this interfering with the absorption of drugs because it's being given in a very small amount. When we look at using activated charcoal as a detox after an animal gets into something poisonous, we are using very, very, very high doses of it. This is micro-dosing compared to that. So, good product. Flora4 Greens Plus is sprouted seeds. It's got chia and broccoli sprouts. What else is in here? Sprouted peas, sprouted chia, sprouted sunflower, sprouted pumpkin, sprouted broccoli. And these are the sprouts. So it's not actually peas. It's the small green shoots. That's what they're harvesting. So chock full of vitamins and minerals and probiotics and enzymes. We also have our chicken line of herbal formulas. So we have the healthier chicken, parasite control, super egg, a dewormer, and the chicken party pack, which is really fun. It's got all kinds of things that your chickens will love. There's mealworms in there, all kinds of different seeds. We have 125 chickens, so that's kind of a lot for our guys. But these are two products that we are using every day for all of our chickens. The poultry vitamin formula that just goes in the water. So it's got vitamin A, E, C, calcium, K, D3, biotin, riboflavin, thiamine, and folic acid. So that's got all the fat soluble and the B vitamins. And then Hen Helper, which is a probiotic product. Active ingredients, active carbon with indigenous microbiology and organic acids. So has fulvic and humic acids as well as probiotics, and that just goes in the water as well. What we were finding is that we were having some issues with our chickens with soft eggshells, not really thriving, not laying as well as they should, and these have been very helpful. Okay, we have the Mia products. Got to take some of these home. So Mia comes in grass-fed beef and boar, grass-fed beef and liver, or wild salmon. These are a superfood with tons of spirulina in it. It has kelp, magnesium, it has mushrooms. So these are a superfood boost. And I like my guys to get one of those every day. Canine Naturals, we have different treats. We have the lamb green tripe, the beef green tripe. Around the corner, we've got their feline treats, beef and organ bites, chicken, lamb green tripe, lamb and organs. And then for the dogs, we have lamb lung, beef green tripe, lamb green tripe, and beef and organs and chicken bites. So all kinds of goodies. And Positive, another fairly new company. We've got beetroot berry superfood waffles, turmeric twist, blueberry bliss, and then they also have just a bison topper, which, let's see. This is bison liver, bison heart, and kidney. So it's a nice organ topper. Solutions. We've got all kinds of powders and tinctures from Solutions. So they have heavy metal for heavy metal detox, biome for gut boost. Down here they have their new tinctures. This one's yeast and fungal. They have a fermented cod liver oil. This one is their UriClear and Drip Stop. So UriClear supports urinary tract function. Golden Seal herbal supplement, and more of their powders. They have allergies for pets who are suffering with an immune system that's gone crazy. It's got all kinds of herbs, mushrooms. They also have their immune support, potty mouth if you've got a poop eater, straight milk thistle, really good for liver support, Inflamax, endocrine, and chill out. So all kinds of good products from Solutions. We have a brand new line, Animal Essentials. So this one is a ginger mint formula called Daily Digestion for gastric distress and fresh breath. They have a seasonal allergy formula to maintain normal histamine levels. Colon Rescue to support normal bowel function. Hairball Relief, B-complex vitamin, that's a good thing to have. Garlic, antioxidant protection. So don't believe those people who say garlic is toxic. This is for digestion and gut support and immune support. Garlic's also good for making the fleas and ticks not like them very much. Licorice to support liver, gut, and immune system. We have yucca for joint mobility and really good for digestion. Tranquil Times, what's in this one? Valerian, skullcap, passion flower, and oat flower. Eye Defense to support and maintain ocular health, and that one has calendula and bilberry. Oh, dandelion for liver function. Loving that. Olive leaf for resistance to pathogens. So this is kind of like that oregano drop. Ginkgo for healthy circulation and cognition. Astragalus to support immune and kidney function. Nettle for allergy support. Alfalfa for joint mobility and digestion. And healthy gums for mouth and gum health. Like that too. What's that got in it? Active ingredient, a proprietary blend of vegetable glycerin, fennel seed, chamomile, thyme, and myrrh. And then we have herbal wipes from Animal Essentials. They have aloe vera, witch hazel, golden seal, calendula, and olive leaf extract, 100% human grade. So those are great for cleaning any boo-boos. Small batch food comes in a bunch of flavors. We have turkey, beef, chicken, duck, pork, and lamb. And they've just changed their labeling, so you might notice different packaging. We have a turmeric golden paste, which is very good for joint support, but really overall body support. If you don't feel like making your own golden paste, they've made it for you. Raised Right has come out with air-dried formulas. So we have pork, beef, and turkey. Those are complete whole food diets. Green Juju has their powdered blends, the herbs. They have Just Greens, Golden Blend, Vitality, and Bailey's Blend. For our kitty cats, we have treats that are functional treats really. Green Lip Mussels, really good for joint support. Wild Goat, Beef Green Tripe, great for GI support. Lamb Green Tripe, Venison Lung, respiratory support. And then we have small things of treats, chicken breasts, minnows, rabbit bites, duck liver, and they're kitty cat size. In our cat aisle, we also have the Quest cat food, which is the same company as Steve's. And it comes in a bunch of different flavors. So we have chicken, beef, white fish, and pork. Small batch meal bites. These are a topper in poultry and beef. Something new. From Animal Essentials, Sea Cal, which is a calcium supplement powder for strong bones and healthy joints. So it's hip and joint. And then Sea Vital, which is a trace mineral powder with micronutrients for a balanced diet, basically made with kelp. So these are very helpful if you're making your own food and you're looking for, this is also dehydrated seaweed meal, so it's a seaweed calcium. So if you're looking for products to help balance your homemade meals, there you go. Speaking of meals, we have the pet platters in the regular size and the large size. All of our dogs and cats eat off of platters because that's how they're meant to eat. We have homeopathic remedies, Arnica montana for discomfort, Thuja, which is used very commonly after vaccines, Silicea, which is good for anything that's like a keratin deposit, Ledum, and what is this one? Probably Apis. Apis for people that's used after bee stings, but it can be used for any kind of reaction. We also have teeth We have the original dental powder kit and then the little refills. Basically, it's for dental health. We have the peephole and non-absorbent litter for getting urine samples from your animals, and then the checkup urine dipsticks. Down here we have more equine products. The Herbals is an oregano and mint treat. We have some Hilton Herbs products, LBM solution to support bladder tone and urinary control in spayed bitches or elderly dogs. Sorry, that's a dog product, not a horse. And then we have Easy Marigold for horses and Echinacea Plus for horses for immune support. And for dogs, we also have the Tranquility Herbs for calming. Omega-3 source fish oil. We have salmon oil and sardine anchovy oil from Iceland Pure. From New Zealand Natural, we have the same treats that we had for the kitty cats we have for the dogs. So we have wild goat, venison lung, we have chicken wing tips, those are cool. The lamb green tripe, beef green tripe, green lip mussels, very, very popular. Momentum, these are also very popular single ingredient. Kitty cats will just about flip themselves inside out for the turkey hearts. The pork tenderloin, these are for dogs and cats. Duck necks, chicken hearts, beef heart, and then they have their functional treats. They have a joint health, immune health, and gut health. So they're limited ingredient, but they have 4 or 5 ingredients in each one to support the different things. Last but not least, we have Wonder Bark. Used to be Einstein Pets, but Wonder Bark has these very cool cookie treats. We have Mommy's Kisses, Backyard Barbecue, State Fair, Farmer's Market, s'mores, and pumpkin pie. So very popular treats. So have fun shopping. Don't go too crazy, but go crazy. Enjoy the discount. It's the one time a year that it happens on the entire store. So now's the time to stock up, load up, save on shipping, get it done.